Today we're going to learn how to turn on a Cleaver Brooks steam boiler CFH 700. Alright, so to properly turn this on, first thing you want to do is set it into manual mode. You can't see the buttons here because they're torn. They are torn big time. But the buttons are exposed. So this is a down arrow, up arrow program, PGM, and exit. So what we're going to do is hold the exit down for about 5 seconds. And this 90 is going to turn into a 0. There it is. And this light turned on, meaning it's on manual mode. Now you can use these arrows here to turn up the percentage that you want for the steam boiler to actually turn on and activate. What we're going to do is we're going to leave it on 0. We're going to go ahead and turn on the boiler. The boiler is going to kick on. It's going to do its sequence. It's going to ignite. There's the little peak view. So there it's going to do its process. It's going to start. And once it's started, we're going to go ahead and just move this 0 up to 30. So the boiler go ahead and starts up at 30%. And we'll let that charge. Here it's doing its firing sequence. Fuel valve is on. Fuel. Firing up. I think it should be going already. Let's take a look. Turn off the light. Yes. You can see it in there now. You can see the flame. Boiler is going. Alright, so once the boiler hits appropriate temperature or percentage, PSI, at 90. So this here will get to 90 eventually. You can see it rising little by little. And that's the reason why we have it on manual. So it doesn't shoot up. It's like if you start your car and you just drive. That's on automatic. So what we do is set it on manual mode. On manual mode, what you do is you turn on your car, you let that sucker warm up, and then you drive. So that's what we're doing here. We're letting it warm up, and then we'll shoot it up all the way up to 90. And we don't need to, because once this red 18 PSI goes all the way up to 90, this will automatically turn back into automatic mode. So once it's set, we forget about it. The next thing we need to do once it reaches PSI is do a blowdown procedure. So for now, we'll go ahead and let this power up all the way. So, and then I'll show you how to do the blowdown. Alright, so PSI has reached the point where it needs to be at 90. Like I said, it went ahead and set itself back to automatic mode. So what we're going to do now is the blowdown procedure. I apologize, it's so loud. We have the chiller running because we are producing today. Blowdown procedure. We have the column blowdown, and then we have the lower blowdown. That's these valves right here. What it does, it goes up these tubes, goes up there, and drops into here. Then it overfills, and it drops it into here, and it drains out. But the way I do it is there's a valve down here. I open up the valves, I let it release all the pressure into the tank, and then I open up the valve down here to release everything down here. That way the hot boiling water doesn't go inside production where it's all plastic tubing. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. What we're going to simply do is we're going to Make sure that's closed, which it is. You don't want to get all that hot water on you. We're gonna open up this valve. We're gonna turn this. There it is. Turn this valve open and close it. What you want to do is just open it all the way, wait a couple of seconds, and close it. Okay, that's closed. And we're gonna go back and close this one. Okay, bottom blowdown procedure is complete. Now we're gonna do the column. With the column also comes the low water test alarm. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna open this open. The water's gonna drop. Low water is gonna go on, meaning that sensor is good. Close this valve back up. Water comes back to level. Low water alarm goes off. Low water alarm is good. Blowdown procedure for column has been completed. Blowdown procedure for the bottom has been completed. Everything is inside this tank. This tank is nice and hot. Now we're gonna go ahead and open up and release the hot water. That's how you do the blowdown procedure. On this boiler, because we are here in the Central Valley of California, in Fresno, we have hard water due to the clay. That's where we get our water. We pump our water from the ground. There's a lot of clay in the ground, so our water is hard. That's why we need a water softener and boiler chemical. So this blowdown procedure must be performed at least 3 times a day. That way we get all the minerals, unwanted minerals, unburned minerals out of the system. Once all the water has depleted from the tank, what you want to do is simply close the valve and you're done with the blowdown. Okay, to properly shut down the boiler, what you got to do is bring it back into manual mode. There it went to 0. PSI starting to drop. That means the burner, it's bringing itself down. And what you want to do now is go ahead and turn it off. And that's it. That's how you properly turn on and turn off and do a proper blowdown procedure on a Cleveland Brooks boiler. Thank you for watching.